There it goes, finally! Third time's the charm, apparently. Is Prinny still AFK?
He just went off the headset, I think, because of his headache. For a bit.
Oh, ready to get started. Okay, so I think I need to go back into the history and read some lines here, because...
Okay.
I don't think we've heard anything since, well, Goron's last line.
Yeah, your Apollo line never... we never heard it, so... The sorry line. That's the one we stopped at, basically. Welcome back, Brandon.
Thank you.
Alright. Sorry, that was rude of me. Does the defense believe the witness's last statement to be important? I believe it is. I would like the witness to add it to her testimony.
My father let out a scream and came dashing out of his room, his face pale.
Hold it!
And why do you think he screamed? Was he surprised by someone who didn't belong there? Did anyone else come out?
I didn't see anyone else, just my father. I don't buy that.
That last statement was seriously lacking in conviction. Should I press her on this?
Press harshly, press softly.
Your benevolence.
Yes?
This incident was a real shock to us all. It must have been really terrible for you, but I want to let you know, I know how you feel.
Please, stop. You presume too much.
It's times like these you need something to take your mind off things. How about we all go on a picnic together or something?
Okay. I need no sympathy from you. Go on your little picnic alone, conehead.
Yeah, shot down. Just trying to get with the princess.
Well, that didn't go well. Apollo, you have to take some more aggressive approach to people like her. Yeah, he's probably right.
Now, back to my testimony. No, not
Well,
back to
he's
testimony.
basically
Press
giving you
harder.
permission to go harder.
Go harder, darling. Go harder.
Your benevolence. Let's have some details. The more the better.
That's as harsh.
There's that line.
Yes, for example, are you sure you didn't see anyone in the royal residence before 2:30? Well, is that a yes or a no?
Eek! Foreign devil! I've been gazing upon the courtyard since about 2 yesterday. Yet I saw none other than my father. Oh, if only I had stopped him then.
I think you struck a nerve, or rather, obliterated one.
You told us to do this.
Yep.
Maybe I pressed a little too hard. Still, that last statement seems a little off somehow. So you didn't see anyone except your father in the courtyard after 2 p.m., huh? Please add that to your testimony, Your Benevolence.
I had been gazing upon the courtyard since about 2, but father was the only one I saw.
Hold it!
Is the royal residence always so empty?
Naturally, it is where the royal family lives, and we are few in number. Besides Nina and the little birds who visit, I have no one else to talk to.
Is there anything more stereotypically princessly? Bleh. Is there anything more stereotypically princessy than talking to birds? So Nina wasn't around at all yesterday?
It seems she was quite busy. I was all alone the entire day. It's been like that a lot lately.
Rafa doesn't go to school, so she probably doesn't have any close friends. She must lead a rather solitary life. I guess being a princess isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Rafa, I should buy you a new servant. Yeah, because that solves everything, bitch. I don't want you to buy me a servant like some sort of pet. I want Nina.
I'm beginning to see why Rafa turned out like she did.
Your Benevolence, please tell us about what happened after you saw your father.
Well, it was around 2:30 when I saw him heading for the tomb. And then at about 2:45 I saw Bob's head and company enter the courtyard.
Hold it!
At 2:45, yes, I believe that's around when we arrived. Mr. Wright, Athena, Dirk, and I were all running toward the tomb.
Yes, I was taken aback as we don't normally see commoners in the palace courtyard. Wow, what a way to... wow. Jeez. Even more shocking was that Dirk, a wanted man, was with you.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I thought the villainous leader of the Divine Dragons was here with his minions. Because it was, time for a revolution.
I think I've been watching too much of that TV show.
I have already banned its broadcast for containing content unsuitable for our kingdom. Besides, the actress playing Rachel looked nothing like her. I can't have my subjects feeling so disappointed when they see the real Rachel.
Wow.
Jeez.
That's
what a
what?
Wow. Mother, why are you so cruel to me? Are you so ashamed? Once I'm all grown up, I should be just as full-figured as that actress.
She's playing all her hopes on one final growth spurt. For her sake, I hope it's in her DNA.
I suppose you could always hope for a miracle.
Yeah, ouch.
Oh, I'll show you. I shall double my milk intake and grow big and strong.
There, Your Benevolence. I think you are just fine the way you are. Now, may I ask you to continue with your testimony?
I wish I could grow up faster.
Poor Rafa.
Yeah. I saw no one go in or out of the tomb after my father entered at about 2:30.
Hold it!
Is it possible you missed seeing someone pass through?
No. My veranda has a commanding view of the entire grounds, and I saw no one else.
But that doesn't seem right somehow.
Do not underestimate my daughter. She may be lacking elsewhere, but her eyes are the finest. Lacking elsewhere?
Talk about a mother I'd never wish on my worst enemy.
Yeah.
She needs Nina now more than ever. Rafe didn't see anybody in the royal residence after 2 p.m.? That's a really long time just to look at the courtyard. She was probably lost in thought. She's at that age where I'm sure she's got a lot on her mind.
On the day of the murder, I was gazing upon the courtyard from my second-floor veranda.
Let's see, we don't need to read everything again. We need to figure out where we're presenting evidence now.
I
Indeed.
forgot what our evidence is. So.
Nobody about to, huh?
Hmm. Well, that's a thing.
Shadow was surprised by firecracker ran to the courtyard and stole Nina's hat, so Nina was there at 2 p.m.
Well, there's that, yeah, but then there's also this was happening at 2 p.m. too, which
At the same
means that
time.
he was in that same area, but mostly
Yeah.
if this is in the courtyard, so yeah.
Mhm, exactly.
I'm almost confident that's the thing we gotta present, right?
I
Objection!
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your benevolence. You're covering for someone, aren't you?
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, Rafa, but you're not gonna like this. Well, the thing is, I have a statement here that you might find interesting. It's from a witness who claims that around 2 p.m. his dog got loose and ran around in the palace courtyard. That's when the little fellow stole this hat from someone.
That's Nina's.
It is.
I mean, nothing. Never mind.
Can't set the bag though. Toothpaste out of the tube. You know what I mean?
You fool of a daughter. That was on Nina.
It seems the princess made a blunder. So let me get this straight. This is Nina's hat, which means that she had to have been in the royal residence at around 2. If so, then you had to have seen Nina sometime after 2 p.m. yesterday.
Oh, no!
Please, your benevolence, tell us what you really saw.
It is as you say, Hornhead. I saw Nina. And I saw that dingbat dog steal her hat from her from my father's residence.
I knew it! Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Because, my mother told me not to.
What? Would you care to explain, your eminence?
I request that she would hold that information, for it is of no relevance to this case.
Objection!
No relevance, huh?
You don't get to decide.
If you disagree, then prove that it is relevant to the case at hand.
Our pleasure.
Oh, I will. Your benevolence, please tell us everything you witnessed when you saw Nina.
All right. When I saw the when I saw the dingbat dog attack Nina, I ran to help. I raced from my second-floor veranda down into the courtyard.
Wait, that means that while you were coming down, you took your eyes off the courtyard.
Yes, but only for a moment.
This is crucial testimony. If you took your eyes off the courtyard, it means somebody else could have entered the tomb without you ever knowing.
Ah.
Your benevolence, are you sure no one else was there?
Oh, yes.
She's hiding something again. What about Nina? Were you able to help her?
When I got down to the courtyard, Nina was... She was gone.
Gone?
Yes, and I never saw her again after that.
Any idea what happened?
That thing back... that stupid word, man. That dingbat dog must have gobbled her up. Yeah, sure. That tiny little dog ate a whole ass fucking huge woman bigger than him.
Shadow is a good boy. He's not a dingbat.
Shadow's got a black hole for a stomach if that's the case, though.
Yeah.
I seriously doubt that. But how could Nina simply disappear while Rafa wasn't looking? Rafa must know something. The only question is, what?
Where or why she disappeared? What would Rafa know? Maybe she knows where Nana disappeared and she's covering for her because Nana disappeared in the tomb.
Yeah, that's my thoughts, but... Gee, somebody's still gotta press escape to get out of that menu.
I'm going for where, personally.
Yeah, where?
Do you have any idea where Nina disappeared to?
What do you mean? Yeah, she knows.
Well, during the time you took your eyes off the courtyard, someone could have headed into the tomb. And it just so happens that Nina disappeared right at that moment.
No.
Wait, you think Nina had something to do with the murder?
Yes.
I don't think we could rule it out. It sounds like something had kept Nina occupied since the early morning. Plus, she was seen right before the murder, and she seemed to vanish into thin air. You're right. And since she's Rafa's attendant, she could come and go as she pleased within the palace grounds. Could Rafa's attendant really be the killer? But that would mean...
First my father and now Nina. These were the people I trusted most. How could this be?
Objection!
Oh, shut the fuck up. Do not heed their lies. Lawyers are foul breed, quick to claim that a third party is to blame for a crime.
Only when it's the actual truth.
Nina did not enter the tomb, that much is certain.
How can you be so sure?
When Nina's hat was stolen, that crazed curse spilled an urn full of water upon my husband's doorstep. Is that not right, Rafa? Yes, it is. While the dingbat dog was tugging on Nina's hat, it tipped over the urn. The bottoms of her shoes would have been soaked with water. And if she had truly headed into the tomb with wet shoes, she would have left shoe prints along the way.
I mean,
There's this thing like taking your shoes off.
well, yes, sure, but even then, like, looking at the shoe prints that you do see going away from the house, they're getting less and less prominent as it walks away from that spot. It's just
Yeah,
water. It's going to
because
dry
you-
off pretty quickly as you
Yeah.
step and...
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not an argument at all. It's like, oh, your shoes got wet, so they're just going to leave shoe prints from the rest of the fucking time that
Sure.
you're walking forever.
It's a great argument if we're stupid.
Like, it's not mud or paint or anything that's gonna, leave more.
Yeah, that's
prominent
right.
marks
The
on
footprints
road.
would have shown up on that wooden bridge. I mean, of course. And the pavement.
But the only shoe prints to be found belong to my husband, Inga.
Oh, well, yeah, if that's the problem. Yeah, that is... But
If she.
why would he have left
that.
shoe prints, though, if he left before the water got spilled, actually?
Indeed.
Huh? Then...
What if everything we know about Nana is wrong?
That's right. Nana never did go into the tomb that day. Instead, she entered my husband's private quarters. Oh my.
Then why didn't Rafa see?
How do you know?
It's quite simple. Shoe prints were discovered in Inga's private quarters. Shoe prints that belonged to Nana.
That's right. Edgeworth and I did see some shoe prints in there.
Hmm.
Now do you understand? Nana could not possibly have gone into the tomb. And that supposed third person at the crime scene is but a figment of your imagination.
Arrgh!
Another glorious deduction! All hail the genius! That is her eminence, Queen Garon! Bow down before her glory, witless lawyer!
Urdihara Garon!
Urdihara Garon!
Just with Pretty saying it a little bit delayed at the others, it just makes it feel like there's one like slacker card. It's like, oh shit, I forgot to say the line.
You know what? I was gonna try to do it better, like when I see them raise their sword, but you know what? I like this idea too. Of the one that's just not with it. That sums me up to a T too.
I love how this is like, these are Brittany's first lines in today.
Yeah.
I know. Well, besides injustice, we trust, but you know.
Yeah. Like the first actual lines from the game.
Can those guys fanboy any harder? But is it really true? Did Nana not go into the tomb? Excuse me, but... Mr. Riot? Your benevolence, what time was it when the dog attacked Nana?
I believe it was about 2:15 p.m.
I see. Apollo, if Nana entered Inga's private quarters around 2:15, and Inga came racing out at around 2:30, pale-faced and screaming, then... Ah! I know what you're getting at! Yes, that might explain his scream. Would the defense please share their theory regarding Justice Minister Inga's scream? Certainly, Your Majesty. And Minister Inga screamed because he saw
He
a
was
ghost.
judged by me. I'm guessing.
Got it. Well, let's say. Oh, well.
And maybe he was attacked by Nana. This would make the Justice Minister's private quarters a real scene of the crime.
Objection!
Oh boy. Does your idiocy know no bounds? The minister's body was found in the tomb. Or are you suggesting that the body was moved?
Do I think the minister was moved from his private quarters? I think the possibility...
Exists.
Is it? Sure, why not?
Well, we gotta commit now.
We've had all kinds of fucked up weird cases, so why not?
Considering the fact that the body was found in the tomb, I'd say there is a possibility.
What utter nonsense. Rafe, I had been watching the courtyard. Yet you would suggest that someone could have transported the body unnoticed.
You have a point there. In that case, I'd say there's no way that the body was moved. After all, there was an awful lot of blood in the tomb.
Maybe he was attacking his quarters, but she failed, and then she finished him off in the tomb.
I understand if the scream was in reaction to Nina's attack, but Inga died in the tomb. We need to explain how these two realities could coincide. How are we supposed to do that?
She
Oh,
stabbed him,
Maybe,
and he moved himself.
maybe where he was stabbed and where he died are two completely different locations.
Agreed.
What do you mean?
Oh, that's possible.
It's just look at this. Look at this as simply as. Bleh. Let me just try this from the start. It's just let's look at this as a simply as possible. Ugh. Why can I not read this sentence? It's just let's look at this as simply as possible.
Because you were thinking it was going to go a different direction. Like, you were wanting to say possibility, I think, instead of possible. And just the structure would have been different for that.
If the minister's body wasn't moved, he might have been stabbed by Nina in his private quarters, but then died in the tomb.
We never found blood in the private quarters.
Not if
I see.
he left the knife in him.
Yeah.
Fair, fair.
On the one hand, that seems plausible, but on the other, it seems decidedly implausible.
Then whose blood is it that we saw in the tomb itself? Because it was not Inga's. Was it Nina's? Like he tried to,
Perhaps.
you know.
It didn't match what's his name, right? And we
Yeah,
still have
no.
an unaccounted for Nana.
Yeah. Prosecutor Sadmuddy, what is that fool babbling on about now? Is this a riddle from one of those fortune cookies Americans seem to be fond of?
I got a fortune cookie riddle. You guys want to hear one?
Sure.
Trust others, but not blindly. Panda Express.
Okay.
I'm thinking about using that as a channel point redeem, and I'll just read a fortune from my pile here.
Yeah, that would be nice. Why not?
They'll just be really stupid ones like that.
The funny thing is I was actually waiting for a riddle.
They don't really do that. Fortune cookies aren't really that sophisticated anymore.
I don't know.
This is your day to call the shots, so you should.
Okay.
These are real fortune cookies. It is important to broaden your horizons day by day. Like, okay. Just a lot of them leave me scratching my head going, how is this a fucking fortune? Anyway, I guess you're waiting for me. Okay. Perhaps, but I believe he himself does not know what he means to say. The word does not mean what you think it means. In all likelihood, it was a poor attempt to confuse us. We should simply ignore him.
Objection!
I can ignore you.
I wasn't finished yet, so hold off on the analysis, would you?
I was asked to provide one.
The autopsy report never stated that the minister's death was instantaneous, so he could have conceivably moved from one place to another after being stabbed.
Oh my, are you suggesting he ran all the way to the tomb with a knife sticking out of his back?
Yeah, I think
Well,
so.
Yes, that's the gist of it. In short, Minister Inga saw Nina with a knife. let out a scream, and when he turned his back to her to flee. Right, and that's when he was stabbed from behind. Well, Your Majesty, does my theory hold water?
Such insolence!
How dare you bowl me like this?
Huh?
You are a humorless moron, spewing an endless stream of unamusing drivel.
I find it very amusing.
I wasn't trying to be funny, Your Eminence.
Prosecutor, enlighten this ignorant clown in lawyer's clothing.
Your Eminence. Ha!
Hi, Ellie. Nayuta?
What's up? You dull, slow-witted, putrid-minded lawyer. Perhaps you would be too stupid to notice that you had been stabbed in the back. But a normal person would have noticed due to the excruciating pain.
Who said he didn't notice?
Right.
Although, wasn't there some mention before of him not being able to feel pain or something? I kind of feel like there was.
Check the court record? 'Cause yeah, I think that's a thing too.
He was taking medicine for something. What was he taking
Right.
medicine for?
The syringe.
Oh yeah, he had the back pain. Oh right, the back pain syringe.
There we go. That's why.
That's why he didn't feel it.
Make the pain.
Yeah.
Son of a
completely
bitch, good
disappear.
catch. I
Now,
was
hold
like, wait a
on.
minute, you're right. Court record, go! Allow me to teach you the meaning of pain.
Ah! Please stop! Nayuta has a point. Normally, most people would notice a dagger in their back. Ow! Yeah. I doubt someone could ignore pain like this. Still, in this case, it's the word normally that we should empathize. Apollo, take another look at the court record. We already have. Right. There must be something to explain this.
We're one step ahead of you, Phoenix.
There's a reason Inga didn't feel any pain. And the defense will submit evidence proving just that.
Very well. Please present your evidence.
We will.
Why didn't Justice Minister Inga notice that he had been stabbed?
Take that!
Pretty.
The same power that makes you...
True.
Those are my father's painkiller shots. That was not Rafa's voice.
It's okay. Just blame me in the joke I just made.
The
I
defense
will.
will explain the significance of this evidence.
I could take it.
Minister Inga suffered from terrible back pain, so he often injected himself with these. We're told that one shot would make all his pain go away. With this, it's easy to explain what happened. Don't tell me you didn't know about these, Your Eminence.
You can't mean.
Minister Inga was stabbed in his back close to where he usually injected the painkiller. Therefore, it's entirely possible that he hadn't noticed he'd been stabbed.
What's this?
Rabble, 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 rabble.
Then... Are you suggesting Minister Inga really ran off with a knife protruding from his back?
I was just trying to picture that all going down in my head. So I was late with the rabble.
I am, Your Majesty.
So then, when I saw my father, he had a knife sticking out of him? How did you not see that? Oh, okay. He answered my question.
You're about to ask, and then you received.
I mean, with that cape of his, I couldn't see his back very well.
Yes, the knife is there. It was just plunged in so deep you didn't notice it under the cape. Therefore, when you saw your father, he was already dead. Murdered by Nina in his
Ying.
private quarters.
Oh, God.
Was it really Nana, though?
I don't know.
Or somebody dressed like her?
Holy Mother of Korea. Are we dealing with the living dead here?
Well, technically he wasn't dead yet. I know it's hard to believe, but this is a plausible sequence of events. And once Minister Ingo arrived at the tomb, he could have removed the knife and dropped dead from the blood loss.
Nina killed my father? There must be some mistake.
The defense would like to call Nina to the stand, which you can't do because she's missing, you moron!
Objection!
You seek to drag an innocent old woman to the stand with no proof whatsoever.
Well, there's no real proof, but... It's a portable acupuncture.
What a tangled web of What a tangled web of expedient lies you weave. She uses big words. I can no longer tell fact from fiction. Who or what should I believe in now?
Don't lose faith, Rafa. We're gonna get to the bottom of
Okay,
this.
Rachel. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna make it okay.
I'm sorry, Rafa. All I've done is confuse you. But I have a sneaking suspicion Nina's involved in this case one way or another. Just when I thought we'd blown this case wide open. Well, there's no turning back now.
You fool of a lawyer. I know why you are so desperate to prove the accused innocent.
You do?
Yes, because he faces public execution if proven guilty. As show you under the stipulations of the Defense Culpability Act.
Yeah, that's why you keep threatening to take our heads! Like a frickin'
Off with their heads.
like we're in fucking Wonderland or something.
Yeah. From the moment you accepted this case, you have had no choice but to fight for your lives.
No, the simple fact is I've always believed that Dirk is innocent.
Still you cling to your pretense? Very well. Shall offer you a bargain. If you would admit that the accused is guilty, right here, right now, I shall overlook your crime of abetting him, and you will not be subject to execution.
Just Apollo?
Is this some sort of joke?
Far from it. As queen, I have the power to grant pardons even to criminals like you.
Pardon still admits guilt.
And with the wave of my hand, I can even reduce the severity of a sentence. You're just saying that you're manipulating the law, lady.
Pretty much.
Perhaps even for Dirk, should you be willing to cooperate.
Bullshit.
Mhm.
She wasn't kidding. I don't know why I thought it was Apollo talking. She wasn't kidding when she said that she's the law here. But to flaunt that power in our faces like that, that's just wrong.
It is on many levels. Forget
She
all
knows.
that has transpired in our kingdom and return to your own country in peace. Well, will you abandon your defense of the accused and accept my generous offer?
If I don't take this deal, we'll be executed along with Dirk if he's found guilty. What should I do?
Continue. We're not
Yes, obviously
abandoning you.
continue, but let's save and abandon. I want to see what happens when you abandon it.
Okay. I wonder if we get an achievement for that shit. Imagine
We'll
that.
be executed if we lose this trial.
Gonna be pussies here.
Poor Triss will lose her father.
So do I hope.
I feel bad for Athena, too. And besides, life is precious. It's not something you should gamble with. Still... I made a promise. And there's one more person I can't abandon in this time of need. Which leaves me with only one choice. Doesn't even let you actually have a choice.
Yeah.
Nice try, Garan. But it looks like you don't know what justice is made of. We won't kowtow to threats like that, Your Eminence.
Yeah, we
Alright.
only have the illusion of a choice.
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but I can't back down now. I don't want to drag you into this, so... Don't worry, I'm with you, Apollo. To the bitter end if need be. And while I can't say I'm used to it, this isn't exactly my first rodeo.
Yeah. How many times has been?
Alright, do we want to go back and do the other one?
I imagine it's gonna be the same thing.
Okay.
It literally just said there's only one choice. I imagine it's gonna say literally the exact same stuff.
Okay.
But if I'm found guilty, you'll get the death penalty too. Even knowing that, you still want to defend me?
I don't know what happened in the past, but it looks like everyone in this country considers lawyers to be liars, so I can understand if you don't believe me. But I still believe in you and your innocence. So all I have to do is keep believing and find the truth. That's all there is to it. So keep on fighting, Apollo. You'll hear no objections from me.
You nincompoops! You die if you lose this case. Why would you even entertain the notion of continuing?
Well, wouldn't be the first time, remember?
I believe that Dirk is innocent, that's why. And besides, the trial exists to give the truth a chance to get out in the open. You can't give up just because you're afraid of some punishment.
Even if that punishment is death? Does that not frighten you, Hornhead?
Who wouldn't be scared? I mean, just thinking about it. Makes me weak in the knees, to be honest. But as a lawyer, I have a duty to protect my clients. I can't just abandon that.
She's impressed. A duty you're willing to die for? And yet, I...
Duty. That's a heavy burden, all right. Rafa looks like she's really struggling.
Your benevolence. Why are we repeating that line again? Same flashback,
No. I guess they think it's really profound or something.
I guess. As Crown Princess, you're destined to rule the kingdom one day. That means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy and what is true and what is false. And most importantly, what role you must play therein. I wonder if I'm even up to the task.
But it's no surprise, considering the torrents of painful truths she's had to face.
Very well then. If the defense is prepared to face the death sentence under the Defense Culpability Act, then I see no reason not to continue with the proceedings. But I must admit, I see no grounds for doubting the accused's guilt.
Unless the defense has further evidence that would indicate a different suspect.
Do we have anything like that?
Well, lawyer, do you have any new evidence you would care to present? Or should I have the executioner start his preparations?
If she thinks I can't do this, she's got another thing coming. But first, I have some serious thinking to do. I'd say that new evidence indicating a different suspect...
Whatever happened to the blood that did not belong to anyone? Is that the new thing? I don't know.
Hey, Fanny! Uh-huh. How you doing?
Hey, honey.
Gives death sentences, yeah, true. Oh, that mysterious blood is Dirk's blood, by the way.
Okay.
Oh. So, our theory about him being stabbed and not feeling the pain and then walking to the tomb, that's where he started bleeding out. That's cold water.
Yeah.
I honestly have no ideas on this one.
Feel
I
like
mean, we
she's
saved,
moving them into a trap.
So what do we say here?
Do not exist and we continue looking for it?
Well, you're kind of
Maybe
screwed
does
if we
exist.
say it doesn't exist.
But we have no
Where else
knowledge
can
of
we
it
take the?
so far.
Yeah, I think though that if we say it doesn't exist, she's just gonna end the trial right now because it's like, oh, if no evidence exists, then you're time to be executed.
Fucked. Mm-hmm.
So maybe we say it exists and we try to bluff our way out like Phoenix does.
Like we're know what we're doing.
Of course, I have some new evidence.
Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. Like, seriously, game. I hate when you do that. The ho 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 lines are so stupid. Do you now? How very interesting.
Why doesn't she sound the least bit concerned? No, I can't let her get to me. I just have to keep pressing forward. Oh, shit.
See?
And we didn't get much out of it. don't think it's the gemstone.
No. Ah, we're on ads now.
Seems to belong to Dirk.
I mean, this gives us
Fingerprint.
time to look for the evidence.
Yeah. Dirk's blood. So was he wounded?
Well, yeah. Well, according to what we're saying, he was stabbed before he went to the tomb.
Kind of looks like he was tied to that chair, wasn't he?
No, that was Maya tied to the chair.
Maya was tied?
Yeah.
Okay. One ruined statue. Okay. How likely is the pendant our thing?
Well, I mean, that doesn't point to a different suspect. That very much points to Dirk.
Found on the inside of the lid. Yeah, I guess that's true. Right.
Well, that's somebody else's fingerprints. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what made me want to think about that, but never mind. I'm gonna go ahead and think that was just me barking up the wrong tree. I don't know, maybe it really is, it doesn't exist.
Because sometimes we don't know whether something exists and we find it with time, you know? After we said it doesn't exist. Is what I
I'm
was
just
thinking.
wasn't sure where the game wanted to go with it. But sometimes you do have to admit defeat. There's a very few times in the game where you couldn't proceed, and then some like a Deus Ex Machina happens. Somebody rushes in. I found something.
We won't actually admit defeat at any points. We will.
I'm not exactly saying like we're admitting defeat. What I mean is like you have to like
say that there's no evidence, and then like something else comes up because you admit there's no evidence of a different information gets presented that brings out further evidence.
right.
We're back. I don't really know what to say here, though, to be honest. I still don't, after all the looking around.
Yeah, nothing's really shining here as like a real gateway. If that blood had been unidentified, then that would have been perfect, but...
Well, the fingerprint's unidentified.
True. But I meant like the footprint, or the blood on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
And we can't use that yet.
Take that!
Yeah, I don't think so.
What did you present?
The butterfly pendant. I'm just gonna load it
Okay.
and see what happens if we say it doesn't exist.
Fair.
Wait, what? What the fuck? I didn't save after that. Excuse me?
Right, I think you just loaded from last save point. Rather than the hard save. Okay, there we go.
Such evidence does not exist. Desi?
Excuse me. Just as I thought. I was so hoping you'd present meaningless evidence and allow me to claim your head.
How did I walk head first into that one, then?
Yeah, good thing, right?
So, what now, Apollo? Well, unless we can prove that Nina killed Inga, this trial is over, and so are we. Isn't there still a way to get the proof we need? Even without evidence? You know, a key means of obtaining testimony here in crime? Huh? Wait, are you actually
The
suggesting?
witness?
It certainly won't be easy, but it's worth a try. Your Majesty.
Call Nina to the stand?
We already tried that. But we could call Inga to the stand.
Oh no.
Or maybe try the divination seance again, if she's up to it.
Maybe.
A crucial step in uncovering the truth behind this case is yet to be taken in this trial. But I'm positive I could back up our claim with this one step.
You mean you'll be able to prove that Nana killed Justice Minister Inga? And just how do you propose to do that?
With Maya,
With the help of a certain someone.
you know,
You need help.
like call Maya and make her tell
Oh, I
tell
think
him.
it's Rafa. Maya's still in the hospital.
Oh, fair enough. I forgot about that. I wonder if she's gonna be able to do it. From
Maya
someone?
will come in at some point here. I'm sure of it.
You want to read that line again, dear?
From someone?
Well, I can't imagine who it could be. But I suppose I must ask. Whose help do you need to uncover the truth?
Maya, but we can't use her.
It's either Rafa or Maya, but I'm pretty sure it's Rafa.
But that is...
Me?
Here in Korean, legal proceedings include the viewing of the victim's final moments. But that requires your benevolence's help. Such information is just as vital as any other piece of conclusive evidence. If you're right about this, Rafa's power should enable her to see the very moment Nina stabbed Inga. It'll be hard to watch your father's murder, but it's the only way to uncover the truth. Your benevolence, we need you and your power.
Rafa, do it. You need me?
Objection!
Do
fuck
it,
you.
do it.
Wretched simpleton. Did you not see what ensued in the previous attempt? You would only succeed in wasting more time. Or is it your goal to make her collapse again?
Objection!
The princess said she was prepared earlier. Besides, it's her duty as royal priestess. I'd say it's all up to her now.
Am I prepared? Prepared to fulfill my duty?
You can do it, Rafa. Isn't the divination seance required at all trials anyway? If so, I imagine there'd be a problem with handing down a verdict without one.
Indeed. It would be problematic. Under Chinese law, a seance must be conducted before a verdict can be rendered.
Such insolence!
Yikes!
Here we go.
Must you try my patience so? If I must dispense with that vexing law, then dispense with it I shall.
Going full despo. Let's go.
Huh?
As ruling sovereign in Korean, I proclaim the following. She'll write that with her nails.
Yes. They're inked.
Henceforth, the divination seance shall be optional.
What? She has the power to do that?
She's queen, asshole. Yes, she does.
She just rewrote the law with a flourish of her hand.
Do it, Rafa, do it, you can do it. Mother, I do not wish for the trial to end like this. It is as the defense said. I must not neglect my duty simply because I am afraid. I shall go through with it this time. I will conduct the seance once more.
Such insolence!
Fuck off. Rafa, do not be fooled by this loyally guile.
Oh, now we have Guile.
You are not prepared to witness your father's death. That's what you say. She's the one who decides.
Why doesn't she want us to see it so badly?
But Honhead needs my help. Rafa, did you not tell me earlier?
Yo, Zayden, what's up?
Hi.
Did you not tell me you were prepared? But despite your how do I read that?
Grandiose.
Thank you. But despite your grandiose posturing, you collapsed in the most piteous fashion. Even worse, you have erred in your insides of late. Well, has not the bad one that overturned them more than once?
Doesn't mean they're useless.
Oh, yeah, they haven't been useless. You cannot be trusted to keep your word, nor can you reveal the truth through your insights.
Someone's a piece of shit.
So I say to you, be gone! This sacred hall of justice has no need for such a worthless royal priestess. I want to kill her slowly and painfully. Worthless?
Wow, how could she say that to her own daughter?
Indeed.
So, Mother, you think me worthless?
Objection!
Prove her wrong, prove her wrong.
Her benevolence says she can do it, doesn't she? So I don't see why you have to condemn her before she's even made the attempt.
Very well, horned devil. If you really are so bent on having a seance, I shall give my consent.
But not before she poisoned her spirit.
Really?
However, should Rafa fail once more, you two and the accused shall all be executed on the spot.
She's making it even
Come
harder for her.
again?
No pressure.
Rafa can do it.
This is proving to be far more entertaining than I had anticipated. Well, lawyer, what say you? Are we wagering your life
Look at
and
all the
Rafa
penalty.
to
It's a full
perform a
penalty.
divination seance?
Let her go home and rest.
Penalty, Jesus Christ! Go on, Rafa. She can do it. She can do it. Believe it, Rafa. My girl can do it.
You better see both of them this time.
I don't think you're worthless, your benevolence. Far from it, in fact. If you say you can do it, then I believe in you.
Homehead? I do not understand. If I fail, you will be put to death.
That's what she just said.
I know you collapsed during your previous attempt.
They are the just
Getting
gamblerly lawyers.
She literally had a panic attack. So.
Yep.
I can't even imagine how terrible it must have been for you. But despite that, you're willing to try again. I have faith in that conviction, in that courage.
My courage?
Dig
So she was
deep.
doomed to fail if she didn't have the courage to perform the seance. But
Exactly.
it looks like she's got the determination to try again. Right. And that's a bet I'm willing to take.
But it is as mother said. I've heard in my insides as of late. Not only have I failed to reveal the truth, I've also contributed to false accusations.
Slight pause here. I think she's been doing the insights correctly from here on, since we've been doing them with her. All of your insights before have been wrong
That's possible.
because they were done without defense, and they were
Yeah.
just taking it as is.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that, can you still say that you believe in me?
Objection!
I wouldn't take stock in those words, Your Benevolence. Despite what your mother says, I don't think you've made any errors at all.
Huh?
In the trials I've been part of here in Karayan, I would have never proven my client's innocence without your seances. Because even though they didn't always reflect the absolute truth, the insights they provided served as vital leads to finding the truth.
Vital leads? My seances?
So please, Your Benevolence, try to perform the divination seance once more. Yeah, whatever.
Mhm.
Same difference. I...
Objection!
Still makes sense. We don't need
Oh,
to correct.
lady.
Mhm.
Rafa, stop this madness. It is for your own good. You are ill prepared to face your father's death. Stop shoving that in her head. Why are you doing that?
I know why.
I'm getting pissed off at this point.
It's all
Like, she
her
keeps-
part of her mind game strategy.
Yeah? Go. Leave this sacred hall at once.
You're not supposed to.
No. What did you say? I said no, mother.
Without
For
the
I
teary
you are
eyes.
a priestess of Karayan. I have no need for you now. Even if you do not need me, mother. All men in his hall of justice do. He proved that to me by risking his own life. It is because of him that I now understand. The divination seance is my sacred duty. I must fulfill it no matter the risk.
Your Benevolence.
Mother taught me that the divination seance was a mirror reflecting naught but the truth. But I began to have my doubts after Bob had disproved the insights it offered. And now I don't even know who or what to trust anymore. Mother, even Nina had believed in them above all others. But I finally know now. I know in what I can trust. In justice we trust.
Yes.
The royal priestess must debate each seance with the presiding lawyer and prosecutor. Oh, wait, why am I doing it in that voice?
What do
Or
you mean?
are we watching a flashback, or is she talking about
She
the
was
flashback?
talking about it.
Oh, so I did it wrong. Sorry. Can we go back so I can do it properly?
What do you mean you did
I
it
don't
wrong?
remember.
It sounded fine to me.
Yeah, but it sounded like her, spoiled self. And
It's
she's
already
not
there.
spoiled.
Let's go.
The royal priestess must debate each seance with the presiding lawyer and prosecutor. That's better.
Well done.
So that it can be interpreted properly.
Ding.
That is how I believe trials here in Karayan should function. Therefore, the Hall of Justice needs me. It is my power that leads trials toward the truth. That is my sacred duty, and I will never shirk from it again.
That right there, Your Benevolence, is the product of what you've learned in your struggle so far. The truth that you realize with your own strength.
As my sacred duty, I must ensure that it is fulfilled. I must have the courage and resolve to see it through.
Your Eminence, the Royal Priestess says she'll conduct the divination seance. I see no grounds for you to forbid it. Unless, of course, you're worried that it might reveal something you find inconvenient.
Apollo really wants to die. Mother! I am done letting you have your way. Good for you. Rafa, you would actually rebel against me, your mother and queen. Though I am scared to see my father's death. I must face my fear. That is what Hohenhead has taught me here today.
Rafa.
I
Character
am the
growth.
royal priestess Rafa Padma Kurain. And I am prepared to face my father's death.
Go, girl, go!
Your Eminence. It seems the princess is more grown up than you thought.
Rafa.
Well then, let us proceed with the divination seance.
The victim's final moments. This should be interesting. I wonder what Inga's memories are going to show us.
What crazy shit will we see now?
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Man, they have really been getting their money out of this line read.
Yep.
It was never meant to be me and those lines.
I could have
I
just
wish I
muted
could
the
do
game.
them. You know?
Or turn their voice acting off. Is that an option in the sound menu?
Might be, but then we wouldn't have voice acting during cutscenes and we wouldn't know what happened
Yeah.
during them.
Yeah.
There. So where do you think the band is? You know, who's on percussion? Who's doing that?
Well, the bell ringing is presumably the bell's on her wrists.
Could be her
Yeah.
bell on the wrist. Yeah, I guess.
I was thinking more of the voices, where the voice is coming.
Don't forget to spin a lot.
Oh, hello, finally.
She did.
Of course she did. Yes, it's divination seance. Welcome in, Freaky P9. How you doing?
Wine. So let me get this straight. He was stabbed. He just sat there and like fucking drank wine. Why couldn't you tell his face though?
Because he can't recognize people's faces. He has a
Well.
medical condition.
What in the...
That's why he has to write it down.
Remember?
He has a lot of medical conditions, doesn't he?
Yeah.
A faceless being. What the heck? His face is just like... that picture of the founder!
Rubble, rubble.
I think that's the last thing anyone expected to see.
Oh, Father, what was it? What was it you saw?
Are we to understand that this was the last thing the victim saw?
Yes, there can be no mistake. That was what my father himself witnessed.
Doesn't look good for our case.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't. But we'll tear it apart.
How very strange. You don't suppose the Holy Mother possessed the accused and slew Minister Minga for planning a coup?
No.
The divine wrath of the Holy Mother?
Oh, Holy Mother, we're grateful for your blessing. Oh, I missed it.
Talk about a sharp left turn into the Twilight Zone.
You mean the Twilight Realm? Ugh.
You know, there's one thing in there that caught my attention.
The one
Just
caught
one
my
thing?
attention.
That laugh. Who does it belong to, and why are they laughing?
Who knows? Though I suppose it could be Turk after he slew my husband.
Heavy Arms, thank you for the gift of sub to Arctic Nick.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. But that figure didn't even have a mouth.
Nice.
Oh, can we stop? I'm not doing that. That's such a stupid laugh.
Ho, ho, ho.
I think we're done here, lawyer.
How so?
You claim that Minister Inga was stabbed in his private quarters. And feeling no pain went to the tomb where he eventually fell dead. But the seance vision proves he was stabbed in the tomb and felt great pain, no less.
Hey, take care, Heavy Arms. Oh, that.
Therefore, as I said it all along, it was the accused who stabbed the minister in the tomb.
Ah! Everything just backfired, big time!
Don't give up. There's a reason
Wow.
she didn't want us to see this.
Grana's the devil's own luck, doesn't she?
Right. Look.
Now then, I shall give voice to the soul of the deceased. Listen well and heed these words. Is she gonna do it? Rape us inside. At around 3 p.m., my father was waiting in the tomb to make the hostage exchange. He was drinking grape juice while gazing upon the picture of the Holy Mother.
Yeah, grape juice.
Yeah, sure.
His favorite. Grape juice.
That's my favorite to drink is all grape juice.
That they keep in wine bottles.
He had been waiting vigilantly when suddenly he heard Dirk's voice. The next moment he was stabbed in the back and collapsed. My father tried to shoot his attacker, but he missed, and the attacker let out a laugh.
So what now, Mr. Wright? It's up to us to knock holes in Rafa's interpretations of Inga's memories. In other words, we need to prove that her understanding of them could be mistaken. Okay, I'll give it a try.
Do I need to read that again?
I don't think so, because we got like we're looking just for which one of these comments coincides with the video, basically now.
We get to zoom in on some of these words too.
Mm-hmm.
So why did he feel pain?
Yeah.
Was he stabbed in a different location?
Does Dirk have a red dot on his forehead?
I think so. We could look at the court record and see people profile. Yes, he does.
Oh, he does. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the eye patch is right too. Just want to double check that.
On the same eye. The scar is visible too.
Yeah.
His footsteps. He's smelling the incense from there.
So why would
Man's voice. So why
well,
didn't he turn
like,
to
why would
hear
he
the
not
man's
react to the
voice?
man's voice? Like, why would he
Yeah.
not turn around or something upon hearing the man's voice? Why would he just let himself be stabbed? Because your first reaction when you hear a voice would be, to turn around in the direction of the voice.
Yeah. That would be the most sensible thing to do.
Dirk
what's
would
up,
know
Saz? How's it
about-
going, buddy?
Especially
Dirk
since
would-
Dirk was waiting for him.
Yeah, almost like
Yeah.
he wanted to be seen. When he would know how the Defense Culpability Act works, and he would know how the divination seance works.
Yeah. So why did he not react to that?
Objection!
Your benevolence, there seems to be an inconsistency with your interpretation.
An inconsistency? Where?
Minister Inga is far too relaxed for what's supposedly about to take place. When he heard that voice you claim is Dirk's, he didn't seem the least bit alarmed. He just kept looking at the picture of the founder.
Exactly. Huh.
That's strange, right? He was waiting for Dirk to arrive with the founder's orb. But when he heard that voice, he didn't even turn to look.
Uh-huh.
You don't think he would have been worried about being attacked from behind?
Then whose voice was it?
It was likely someone whose presence wouldn't have alarmed him. Someone like a friend.
Objection!
But there was no third party at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, the Ace Attorney trilogy is the first game we started with because I got gifted a key from Capcom for it. And we played the first case in Investigations as well because I also got a key from Capcom for that. Which we do plan on getting back to and finishing that as well. But we're basically doing Apollo Justice 1 through 3. Then we're going to go back to Phoenix Wright 1 through 3. Then we'll do the Ace, the Investigations games for Miles Edgeworth 1 and 2. Then we'll go back and do the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
That's the plan for our content as far as Ace Attorney is concerned.
A very long-term plan.
Yes, very. You read this line,
I
right?
read that line. Therefore, the voice can only have belonged to Dirk.
And our friend Jack's going to join us for the next games.
For the Miles
Yeah?
Edgeworth. Unless he wants to join for the next two. I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind.
He could. No, we're going to Wright. He's going to join us for Wright. Unless
Oh, because last I talked with him, we only spoke about him joining Miles Edgeworth. That one because he wanted to. I would be very happy if he joins the rest as well.
No, I mean, I don't see any reason for him not to join us for Phoenix Wright unless he decides that he doesn't want to play that game with us.
Yeah. He's more than welcome.
The voice of a third party who wasn't there in the tomb. Apollo, don't we have something that could reveal the owner of the mystery voice? You know, I think we do. Something that Inga had while he was waiting for Dirk. With it, we might just be able to figure out whose voice it was. I believe we can identify the male voice Minister Inga heard with this. Phone?
Oh, yeah, phone.
Oh.
I
He was
forgot
on the
about
phone.
that. That's my father's.
I know this must be hard for you, but could you please look at this photo? There's something here that could point us towards the identity of the voice. This is the real source of the man's voice. Take that! Morning Pizza Power! What's up, dude? God, me neither, bro.
Dude.
Me neither. I don't even know what I'm doing yet. It's gonna be terrible. I know it is.
A cell phone?
Right, and I believe the voice the minister heard was of a call on this cell phone. Oh, there's a ton. There's Phoenix Wright 1 through 3. There's the Investigations 1 and 2, the Apollo Justice 1 through 3, and then the prequel 1 and 2. I don't know that I have a favorite, although if I had to pick one, I'd have to say the first game, because that's the one that got
First
me into the
game.
franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no
I was
way
trying
for
to
you
say it at the
have
same
a
time as him,
concise
but
favorite because you haven't played all of them yet completely. You know?
And yeah, I haven't played all of Investigations yet, and I've not played the prequels at all. But, you know, the original Phoenix Wright game is the one that, you know, really got me loving this franchise, you know?
same. But I played the second one first. And I ended up really liking the first one. I got 2 cases in going, wait a tick, am I playing the first game? I don't think I am. I must have got the wrong one.
I was of a call on his cell phone. I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. What is your eminence's view on the matter?
I concede the possibility. Then it seems I must refine my vision. It appears that the voice belonged to one of my father's subordinates.
There we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
Why do you suppose he was talking to one of them, then?
My father had members of the secret police positioned throughout the palace. They were supposed to contact him as soon as they saw Dirk and the rest of you.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. There is actually
Yeah, there's
an
an anime
Apollo. There is a Phoenix Wright anime, yes.
with
There is
their
one.
own original cases too.
Haven't
Yeah, it
seen
doesn't-
it though. I don't want to spoil myself because we were playing the games.
It's
Yeah,
not.
wait.
It's. I don't think it's really spoilery, is it? I don't know.
I don't know. I
I don't
haven't
wanna
seen them to
repeat.
be fair.
Me neither. I kind of low key
I'm
want to though, because I freaking love the games. But it's
I'm
just,
gonna watch them after we are done with all the games.
well, at least be done with the Phoenix Wright games.
Maybe
Or
we'll
at
have a
least those
watch
games,
party,
yeah,
huh?
because they're not gonna have Miles Edgeworth or anything on there, so that's safe.
Well, I'm sure they'll have Miles Edgeworth in it, but it's not going to be his
No,
investigation
no,
cases.
I mean the Miles Edgeworth game
Agreed.
and the investigations
Yeah.
game.
Okay,
That
now we're
happens
getting
to me.
somewhere. Your benevolence, I believe you have an insight to revise.
She was getting to it.
I know, Bobhead. Don't presume to tell me how to do my duty. My father then took a call from a subordinate at the palace. That's the same.
So the voice was coming from the phone. That's good to know. But there might have been other sounds coming from the phone. Sounds that could be clues. Let's take a look at Rafa's insights and really focus on the various sensations. Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this now. Yeah, that's what we do here. While we're playing these games, we all take certain characters and voice act those characters as we go through it. It's a lot of fun.
Yep. So is the laughter? No, there's no way the laughter was coming from the phone. Why would they laugh at the other end?
I think we really
Lions roar.
Lions roar,
Dogs
that's
bark.
new.
Hold on.
Yeah, we need that.
Huh.
That's the one problem. And both of them are contradictory. So.
A shadow there?
Huh.
Wait a minute, was she taking a call from Naina? Because Shadow was there and trying to steal her hat.
But Nina, that was a man's voice on the thing, though.
Like, what? Again, my point was, what if Nana isn't what we are expecting Nana to be? What if Nana is a man?
Uh-huh.
She's a man, baby!
The man, baby!
I don't think that was right. Yeah. Apparently I should have saved. I didn't realize we were getting a,
Penalty here. Alright. Save.
So maybe it is the lion's roar and dog bark, but somewhere else probably. Which doesn't make sense because they fit, but sure. Right before the stabbing. Then maybe put it on the stabbing part. Like the previous one. Also, the explosion is weird.
well,
What
that
the
could just
fuck
be the
was
sound
that?
of the gun going off.
I don't know.
Because, I mean, you know, the sound of a gun is... I mean, that's how
Yeah.
a bullet is propelled, as an explosion.
It's loud, yeah. But if it's not this one, I'm guessing.
Oh, but
it's
does
when
little
he
pea
gets
shooter
stabbed.
make an explosion sound?
I mean, it's still an explosion that propels the projectile.
Yes. But, I don't know, I'd just like to know what the intensity of the sound is.
The dog bark right when he was stabbed.
So we did Lion's Roar first, right?
Ooh, dogs
Mhm.
bark.
So what would make the lion roar
Wait
sound?
a minute. Wait, I know. Hear me out. That bird that does those sounds. There are no
Oh,
lions.
yeah.
flying.
Right, that bird
Good
made
You
that
thinking.
heard the
noise.
bird.
I don't know how that applies to what we're looking at, but that is...
So that subordinate was right next to a
He was in the market.
warbot.
It was in the
Yeah.
bazaar.
Oh, at the palace.
Objection!
He wasn't at the palace. Okay, that's not it either, but that literally is.
Hmm.
Because that absolutely proves that he was not at the palace.
So, try presenting the lion's roar on the stabbed thing, maybe. Or... Because why would he hear a lion's roar when being stabbed when the only lion you can hear is that warbad bird? I don't fucking know. Or... Yeah, because the palace one didn't work.
Is the palace this location?
Well, this is in the palace, yes.
So maybe you would have nothing to lose anyway. Maybe try the stabbing part with the lion's roar. I don't know.
Yeah, we still haven't done the pain thing.
Yeah, this one. I don't know. It's...
So, to me, he got stabbed again.
Did we ever choose the lion's roar with the palace, or did we just choose a dog bark with the palace?
Well, I tried doing the lion's roar with the palace, but a little bit later. But the lion's roar was fading out at the time. I don't know that matters necessarily, but like this literally should prove that he wasn't at the palace though, because that lion's roar is coming from the bazaar.
Exactly.
Well, he's hearing the roar.
Apparently, I
from the
just did it
phone,
too late.
right?
I just did it too late because it was fading out.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you, Your Benevolence, but you're misinterpreting something again.
What do you mean? Again?
Smooth move, Apollo. I think you just hurt her feelings.
Yeah, Apollo, good
She
job.
may put on a brave face, but she feels more than she lets on. Let me rephrase that, Your Benevolence. Your interpretation of your father's phone call to a subordinate at the palace is inconsistent with his final memory.
What do you mean by that?
A lion's roar could be heard over the phone. Don't you find that strange? You claim the call was with someone at the palace. Now let me ask you, do you keep lions there?
No. The only animals at the palace are little birdies and my pet frog. She has a pet frog on it.
Wait, that giant one in front of the minister's house is her pet?
Besides, there aren't any lions in Korean. We don't even have any zoos. A rather sad state of affairs, I'm afraid.
Change the law and get zoos.
Well, I remember hearing a sound like that. The lion's roar coming from the phone is actually something coming out, something hanging out in the bazaar.
It's again, good job, Nessie.
Isn't it the cry of the warbot over in the bazaar?
Huh. That was not the right
Your Benevolence, do you think you can clarify the voice for me?
Very well. I will now attempt to further refine my vision. There we go. What's this?
Just as I suspected, it was the call of a warbot. That means the subordinate Mr. Inga was talking to was in the bazaar, not the palace.
But why is it important where the call came from? What significance could it have?
She's right. Is it important to know where the call was made
It's
from?
very important.
Yeah.
It's actually very important. Knowing that the person on the other end with the bazaar means that the loud explosion might not have been the sound of a gunshot.
Oh, it was that. It was what it was.
Fucking
his name? It was firecrackers.
Rebel. Yeah, it was Rebel.
Huh?
Arabal.
Yeah, the rebel.
See?
It's
That's what I was
firecrackers.
saying. Like,
Ooh.
I don't think that gunshot made that sound.
Yeah, it was firecrackers. But I can think of no other item that makes such a noise in the area.
Go ahead, Apollo, tell her. And tell Ray for the real source of that sound. Will do.
Well, Hornhead, I'm waiting.
I'm waiting.
What was the true source of that explosive sound?
Kaboom.
How do we...
Is
How
it
do
the testimony, the paper? There we go.
there we go, firecracker. Yep.
Take that!
What is that?
It's Albie Urguide's statement. In it, he claims that That's a Rebel threw a firecracker at him while he was at the bazaar.
That'll be your evidence.
Then
Yes, the sound heard over the phone was a firecracker exploding.
Objection!
oh, what with these ahs everywhere? And yet the bullet was found at the scene of the crime.
And a wrecked statue.
A bullet fired from Minister Inga's gun. How do you explain that?
Took the bullet out.
Well, we don't know whether it was fired during the course of the crime, right? Or do you have evidence that proves when the pistol was discharged?
It's never fired. No, I have none.
Oh, wait a second, if that loud bang was a firecracker, then could that laugh at the end have been...
That's a rebel.
No, it can't be.
It is.
Oh, it can, and it is. The laugh came from none other than... the Joker who got kicked out of the... the Joker who got a kick out of startling Albie with his dragon snot snaps. That happy-go-lucky That's a Rebel.
What?
Someone should
Yeah.
really put a leash on that guy.
I agree. He will just escape though.
I shudder
No
to think
jail
how one
can hold
man
them.
could be the cause of so much trouble.
Arr!
Hey there, AJPW. Y'all can thank me later.
No one asked for your commentary, Mr. O'Ruffle. Your benevolence, do you need to revise your insight?
It would appear so. It would appear so. I don't remember that line. No, I'm giving up. My father then took a call from a subordinate at the bazaar. The true source of that loud bang was the firecracker Dats threw. And that
What
final laugh belonged to none other than Dats himself.
What a doozy this
Well, this changes
seance
everything.
was.
Let's go over the details of Rafa's insights again. Okay! I think I've got this down now. Time to find another inconsistency.
Save.
If there's anything different.
Save. Thank you. Now that we've made progress, let's
Yes.
keep our 4 tries intact.
Yes.
Yes.
Keep your eyes peeled, everyone. There's bound to be something new. Those footsteps. Oh, they existed. No. I remember. Okay. The gun.
Pain.
Explosion. Laughter stuff. Wait, there was nothing new.
Yeah, they didn't revise it. What the fuck?
My question is how come he didn't hear footsteps before he got stabbed, but he heard footsteps after he did?
That was the person. That was who would eventually become the,
Yeah, is it because
we
of
see
the
as
Warback
Dirk.
cry and everything that was making so much
Pain. The
noise?
footsteps is somebody walking over to
Is it
stand in
that?
front.
Yeah. Hmm.
But it's kind of weird how it seems like this had to look at him like, or to the footsteps are a little too long. If Dirk is like supposed to be like just stabbed him, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Hmm.
when did the whole explosion happen in the bazaar? At what time? What time window? The firecracker explosion.
Well, that happened, significantly earlier than him supposedly getting stabbed in the fucking place down here because
Which means
because
he died way before Dirk came in the picture.
Well, that's the thing, because the firecracker, in theory, scared the dog, which ran to the palace, which attacked Nana.
Yeah.
At least that's my remembering of events.
So, one of the inconsistencies is Dirk couldn't have been the murderer because he was there much later. Because we hear the explosion. Maybe do we press on the? We haven't pressed on the explosion. Maybe we press on that one now. Now that we know what caused it, and we can prove the time window of when the explosion happened.
Explosion was 2:15, right? And not much time. Like this could be 2:16, 2:17. When the killing blow was dealt to
now, or when it plays out, when it becomes red, when we actually hear the explosion.
The explosion's there right now. That's when you're hearing the explosion.
No, it starts getting red when we actually hear the explosion.
No, it doesn't. It just appears.
But you did it. What? It used to do. The hell? Like, don't stop it this time and just look at the explosion.
It's just gonna be the color that it always is, dear. Only thing that comes up red is pain.
See?
Oh, it does flash red.
Mm-hmm. That's what I meant.
For a very brief moment. Are grapes sour? It's been a while since I've had a grape.
I mean, wine is.
Yeah, wine is. That's an inconsistency in her insight. He's not drinking grape juice.
And we can dig further around the explosion.
He's drinking wine juice.
Yeah, that's just it showing the thing popping up. It's not. It showing up slightly red as it flashes into existence isn't something you can even pause on, really.
Okay.
I didn't think you could either, but she was right. It does flash red.
Yeah.
I just don't know how we're supposed to stop it at that precise moment.
Just try now, maybe.
Right?
Yeah, I'd say try pain or something.
Objection!
That's definitely not it.
Is it a different one though?
Anyway, we're on ads. I need to use the restroom, and I think I need to get a refill on my drink as well. So I'm gonna go do that real quick.
Okay. Hydrating
I
sheet
don't know.
mask.
The explosion is the one thing we can prove, so I'm thinking we need to work around it. I'm just not sure how exactly we work around it. Like, that's our new information. We are supposed to work around it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we're supposed to... Now it didn't flash red. What the fuck? Huh. Does it, like, not flash red all the time? That's dumb.
I wasn't paying attention unless you blinked and you missed it.
I don't know. Oh. I'm gonna make sure not to blink. Now it flashed red.
Yeah, he must have just blinked and missed it.
Can we see the statements again, like from the first to the last? Oh, maybe see, there's a time there. Maybe if we combine the time in the explosion,
Yeah, good point.
we can disprove the time.
Very good point.
All right. We just. We're doing it on the wrong one.
Yeah.
Forgot we have to match the statement with the sound, or with the thingy. It contradicts.
Well, we didn't
There
forget
you go.
that. We just matched it with the wrong one.
Yeah.
We're still on ad break though.
Then I'm gonna run to the restroom myself, Bearden.
KK.
Hey, they're making a Lego Pokemon game. Huh.
Is that where Game Freak and Lego are gonna work on, or?
I guess. I mean, I don't know.
'Cause
All-
Lego's got their own studio now.
Yeah, all I know is this. I'm posting it to the chat. It's a live streaming chat.
Oh.
That's literally all I know. So Demon's back. It's your benevolence.
I'm
There's a glaring problem with his insight.
Now that we know the timing of things, though, it doesn't make sense for Rafa to have done it either. Not Rafa, Nina to have done it either.
Well, she didn't die. She just disappeared.
Yeah, but so weird. There is?
You stated the murder happened around 3 p.m., which is right around the time my client arrived on the scene. However, now that we know that the sound of the source of the loud bang is, your insight conflicts with a certain piece of evidence. I suppose we have to ask the obvious question here. What evidence conflicts with the claim that the murder occurred at 3 p.m.?
That'll be statement.
That'll be your guide's statement. Again? Yes, because to summarize what he said, at around 2 p.m., Shadow was surprised by a firecracker and ran into the palace courtyard. 2 p.m. That's right, 2 p.m. Not 3 p.m.
Ah! Are you
Ooh, she mad.
suggesting?
I think you know where I'm going with this. That laugh, the cry of the warbad, and the bang of the firecracker were all heard right before Minister Inga's death. Thanks to Albie's statement, we could put a definitive timestamp on all these sounds. Therefore... what this vision shows is that it's extremely likely the deceased's final moments were at 2 rather than 3, as we originally thought.
Dare I ask?
It means the murder took place a full hour before Dirk entered the tomb.
Oh, God. Oh, how can this be? Are you saying that I, the very personification of the law, have been mistaken? There's
Fake
the
nails.
nail.
Now you see why justice will always prevail. Rabble, 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 rabble.
Poor Jack is gonna be hurt by the nail is breaking.
Peace. Peace, I say. Now then, defense. I must remind you that the figure of the accused was clearly shown in the vision. How do you explain that?
I wouldn't say it was clearly shown. After all, the figure didn't exactly have a face.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Without a face, we can't be certain of who it was.
Furthermore, need I remind you that if the vision is from 2 p.m., Dirk was still with me and Mr. Wright. Which means this faceless figure couldn't possibly be him.
So then, what are we to make of this 1 hour difference?
Daylight savings. Wait, 2 o'clock? That's when... Oh... My mother was performing the
That's
right
how she
time.
did it.
Well, she was the other suspect, so yeah.
Hmm. The palace guards had all been reassigned to guard the channeling chamber for the rite. Don't tell me.
The royal residence, it would have been virtually unguarded.
Which means the real killer could have easily slipped in... Which means the real...
You can do it.
Which means the real killer could have easily slipped unseen into Amara's tomb.
There you go.
Defense, are you saying that this is someone disguised as the accused?
That's exactly what I believe, Your Majesty.
Preposterous. Disguises cannot deceive the memories of the dead.
In this case, we can't.
That the face did not appear this time is mere happenstance.
It is not.
Had it appeared, such subterfuge would have been as clear as day.
He's got a point there. Anyone who knows about the divination seance would have tried to hide their face. Nevertheless, our killer openly appeared before Inga. The question is, why?
Why?
Because he knew about his problem.
We were made to think it's him.
Maybe the killer could afford to be so bold because they knew their face wouldn't show up in the seance vision.
Mhm.
What? It's possible the killer dared dress into Dirk's clothes and stand square in front of Inga precisely because they knew they could get away with it. But how can anyone be so sure of something like that?
She's his wife, she knows.
A long time ago, I heard of a cognitive disorder that impairs a person's ability to distinguish between different faces. What if Inga had it? Then, are you saying that this is literally how Inga saw the world? Yes, we can't normally see through the eyes of others, but in this case we can. And if he had that disorder, I imagine this is how faces appeared to him in life.
And why he cared so little about people.
Okay, let's say the killer knew that Inga had such a disorder. They could definitely use it to pin the crime on Dirk. But if you're wondering about how to prove that Inga had it, you already have what you need. Really?
We do.
Well, defense,
Yeah.
do you have anything to show to this court?
Yes, I believe so.
Notebookery!
Frankly, I have no idea what Mr. Wright means, but I'll look at the evidence once again.
It's okay, we know.
It's
What
okay if you're
explains
dumb
why
and
the face of
slow.
Minister Inga's killer is absent in his seance visions?
Okay,
A notepad.
Yes, it was found in Mr. Inga's room, and it holds the answers we've been looking for. As you can see, it's filled with detailed notes on various individuals. What kind of clothes they wear, hairstyles, and discerning physical characteristics.
And this is connected to the faceless nature of the killer. How?
The vision we saw was exactly what Mr. Inga saw with his own eyes. It is he who saw his killer as a person without a face. In fact, this is how he normally saw everyone around him.
What's this?
I believe Mr. Inga had a disorder that prevented him from recognizing faces. It would explain the faceless being. And why he needed a notepad full of people's physical characteristics.
Now that I think about it, my father was always terrible at remembering people. If I simply changed my hairstyle, he would fail to recognize even me.
Your Eminence, you knew that your husband had such a disorder, didn't you?
She had to
Did you
have.
glue the nails back on?
Yep.
He never wished for it to become public knowledge. But I suppose there's no use in keeping quiet about it now. It is as you say. My late husband had a special disorder that hindered his ability to recognize faces. The medical term for it is prosopagnosia. Is the G silent?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as ours this time.
I'm gonna
so...
make it silent because it sounds idiotic to me otherwise.
Looks like
Prosopagnosia.
it might even be face blindness, neurological condition where individuals have difficulty in recognizing faces, even those of familiar people.
So Mr. Wright was right. He's always right. What do you mean?
He is Mr. Ryan, that's wrong.
Oh, this could happen if you get brain damage, such as a stroke or head injury,
Oh,
or it can be present from birth.
yeah. This is the first time I hear of it.
Yeah, this could have
The
happened to
memory-
me.
Huh?
This could have happened to me. I've had brain surgery.
Oh. Well, it's good it didn't.
Yeah.
The memories of those afflicted with such disorders in life do appear strange at times. There is precedent for this.
So the killer likely knew about the disorder and used it to their advantage. Right, so there's someone who's both knowledgeable about the divination seance and aware of Inga's affliction. Your Eminence? Who knew about your husband's condition?
Her and Nina, I'm guessing. And yeah, that's it. A small number of servants who tended to his needs.
Did Nina know?
And me. Surely you're not about to insinuate that I committed this crime. We already did.
Oh, no, Your Eminence. Still, could she have done it? Gran has an alibi, remember? Oh, right. She was conducting the rite of channeling at 2 p.m.
That doesn't mean she couldn't have ordered it, for example.
In that case... Your Eminence, does Nina know about Mr. Inga's disorder?
Told ya, she knows. Of course she does. She's our head servant.
I wanted confirmation.
So as head servant, she knew about Mr. Inga's condition. And as the princess's personal attendant, she's familiar with the divination seance. If these two facts don't together make her a possible suspect, I don't know what would.
Objection!
You witless lawyer. How quick you are to forget the facts.
Facts like?
When Ingo was last seen alive. You claim he was slain at 2, yet that is impossible. Rafa saw him at 2:30.
Did she, though? Ah! We did completely forget about that. No, there must be some mistake.
So you see, the murder could only have happened at 3 p.m.
Naina's a master of disguise.
Mm-hmm. Or someone else is.
The hour Dirk entered the tomb. There is no other answer to this puzzle.
Why don't we ever get to make up answers like Quran makes up laws? I guess it's back to square one. Where did we go wrong? I don't think we're the problem. We just have to be short one piece of the puzzle. Our deductions so far explain everything to a T. Everything except for Inga's sighting at 2:30. It was Nina. She literally went into his bedroom at 2:15 after getting attacked by the dog, switched into his outfit, and then went to the place. Everything except for Inga's sighting at 2:30. I see. And without that final puzzle piece, all our deductions fall apart. Apollo, if Inga's insight is the only anomaly, we'll have to find a way to make it fit into the bigger picture. Time to think outside the box then, right? Let's see. It'd be impossible to see Inga walking around after he'd been killed. But what if there was a way to make people think he was alive even though he was dead? Like a way to make people witness the living dead? It sounds like some kind of TV show. Things like that don't happen in real life.
It's a game. Surprise, surprise.
Apollo, did you just... I did! I figured it out! I know how to make people witness the living dead! Your Majesty, our deductions weren't wrong after all. Despite Minister Inga being murdered at 2 p.m., he was seen heading into the tomb at 2:30, and I'll tell you how! I certainly hope you will. Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
As usual.
The Minister Inga her benevolence saw was, in fact...
Someone channeling him.
It could be.
Coincides with the 2 p.m. thing.
I mean, the only one who could channel is Maya. Or the Queen.
Or the Queen.
Queen. And we have a picture of her doing such a thing.
Should we try the Queen channeling him? First, and then, if it's not that one, it's disguised.
A ghost or a clone.
I really want to see that one. But, you know.
We just saved, so let's try it. Just because that's funny.
Yes. It's gonna be great.
And maybe it was a ghost or even a clone.
Your Majesty, I fear the poor lawyer must be feeling ill in his tiny horned head. We should summon an ambulance before it's too late.
Summon a penalty instead.
Agreed, your benevolence. Hold it! Can't anyone take a joke in this country?
It was a joke, was it? A shame. You had me truly worried there for a moment.
I'm fine, and I'm done joking around.
Are you? Oh, we didn't even get a penalty.
Oh, no penalty?
Yeah,
Okay.
someone challenged him then.
So what do we try next?
So we can't fuck this up then.
Yeah, channeling him.
It was the deceased being channeled. It's the only way a man who's already dead could have been seen by her benevolence. Channeled, you say? That's right. And there's only two people capable of spirit channeling here in Korean. Her Eminence Queen Garan and Maya Fei. It's possible one of them was channeling the minister.
It would seem that you are ever bent on making me party to this crime, because you are.
Mm-hmm.
Prosecutor, what was I doing at 2:30 p.m., the time in which my husband was seen?
Won't matter. Eminence, I believe you had completed the channeling rite, and were having tea with the king of the neighboring realm. there would have been many attendees there, too.
Are you gonna have to
I
keep
was-
up with her schedule too? What doesn't she make him do? Then that leaves only Maya. Yeah, it does. Maybe someone was forcing her to use her power toward nefarious ends. The real killer could have been threatening her.
That cannot be.
I mean, she was the only person left in the tomb.
Fair.
So then
And
Inga's
she
scream.
was
That was probably for when he woke up from being called back to this world. After all, that's when the flow of time would have picked back up for him after he died. So Minister Inga probably leapt to his feet thinking he just had a nightmare. Then, realizing it was almost time for the hostage exchange, he raced off to Amara's tomb, not even realizing he was already dead. Then... her benevolence really did see a dead man running.
I. Did I even fucking
Using the sacred power of spirit channeling to commit a crime. How can this be?
The defense cost Miss Maya Fada to stand.
Well, Your Eminence, well, you will allow a new witness.
It matters not. Either way, this lawyer shall soon know the truth. He will know just how much of an imbecile he is in the face of my infallible arguments.
Insult me all you want, witch, but you'll be eating those words when I expose the truth.
Very well. Let us adjourn until the next witness is ready.
Can we have lunch until the next witness is ready, Your Honor?
If you need a break to get something to eat, that's fine.
Well, the thing I'm going to get, it needs to be prepared, so it's going to take a while, so, yeah.
Damn.
I almost hit escape there. That would have been a problem.
So after we got the right
Elements.
thing, it was channeling. It wasn't the disguise.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
channeling. So you, in order to be channeled, he had to have been dead.
Mm-hmm. May 19th. High Court of Corian. Accused lobby. Talk about some really cool shaves.
Oh, you can't get a closer shave than a headsman's brand's... You can't get a closer shave than headsman's brand blades, that's for sure. The trial's not even over yet. I'm already exhausted.
Me too. Still, you were able to fight back the queen herself in there.
Oh, maybe with Miss Faye's help, I would have to keep on playing her game much longer. Speaking of which, I guess it's a little late to be asking, but do you think she's well enough to testify, Mr. Wright? She slept all day yesterday out of exhaustion, apparently. But that's all it was, so she should be okay.
Buckhead. Hornhead.
Mystery voice!
I wonder who it belongs to.
Oh, hello, Your Benevolence. Princess Rayfoot, you're really impressive in there.
I am the royal priestess
Really?
Rafa Padma Kurain,
Yeah, really.
Give me my voice lines back.
and I am prepared to face my father's death.
And I'm prepared to face my father's death. I stole the line, bitches.
Despite your mother's
job.
opposition, you stood your ground. And in doing so, you fulfilled your duty as the royal priestess.
It was all thanks to you and your friends.
The barbed friends.
Your belief in me gave me the courage to follow my path. So, You have my gratitude.
Oh, don't mention it.
I know. I should thank you with a gift. What would you like? A cow? A horse? Or perhaps I should reward your efforts with a royal shoulder massage.
Sash sounds great.
That's okay, your benevolence. Your gratitude is more than enough, thanks.
I'll take the massage as well, thank you. But I thought you Americans liked massages. My technique was highly praised by my father, I'll have you know.
Hey you, lawyers, where's the accused?
Huh? Dirk? That's a good question.
Please tell me he didn't run away. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I blew big time, AJ!
That's...
Shut up, you!
What's going on?
The scoundrel tried to escape with the accused!
What?
Oh my fucking god.
We were able to nab him, but the accused is nowhere to be found. Where are you hiding him, you miscreant? I keep telling you, I got no idea where he went. I mean, yeah, we booked it together. I lost track of him after that.
So Dirk's on the lam now?
Probably, but who knows? He vanished in the blink of an eye.
Vanished?
You want to know something, AJ? Dirk said to me, I can't put Amara in danger. I have to set her free before it's too late.
Oh.
What? Don't tell me he's gone to rescue her.
That's what I am telling you. It's why I helped him escape in the first place.
Tats, do you realize what you've done? Oh, what's done is done. Still, why did you choose to go rescue her now?
Maybe he didn't want to die with any regrets or something. You know, just in case he ended up on the chopping block.
Why, Dirk? I thought you believed in me.
Aw, don't be like that, AJ. He'll be back as soon as he frees Amara. You'll see.
That's not the point, Das.
Listen, lawyer, you let us know immediately if the accused contacts you. Trial will now resume. See that you are ready.
Wait, the trial's still on? Even without the defendants?
Those were Her Eminence's words, so you will return to the courtroom at once.
Let's go, Apollo. All we can do is see where the next testimony leads.
May 19th, High Court of Corian.
Now then, let us resume the trial at hand.
Your Majesty? My client seems to have gone missing?
What do you think, Your Eminence? Should we proceed without the accused?
Why not? My royal guard is searching for him as we speak.
Yes, we are!
They shall find him soon enough, for they would not dare to keep me waiting.
Yes, but what about the law governing court proceedings?
Then I shall simply revise it. Of course you will. That literally says the same thing as before.
Yeah, well.
You really think they were gonna waste money on more pages?
I mean, I know they're not, it's just funny. As ruling sovereign of Corian, I proclaim the following. Should the accused be an enemy of the crown, They may be tried in absentia. Why couldn't you say absence like a normal fucking person?
Well, in that case, I guess there's no problem with proceeding. Will the witness, Miss Maya Fey, please approach the stand?
I have so many roles.
Sorry to summon you like, or sorry, sorry to summon you like this, Maya.
Getting dragged out of bed and into court is not exactly a fun wake-up call, Nick.
Come on, it's not like it's your first. This is your first time happening.
I'm sorry, Miss Fey, it was my idea.
And you are?
Oh, right. I'm Apollo Justice. It's nice to finally meet you.
Oh, so you're Apollo. Nick's told me all about you. You're the new guy with the loud voice and a bit of an unreliable streak, right? Streak?
Streak, yes.
Unreliable? Well, that was 2 years ago. You've come a long way since.
So, why was I called here anyway? Am I under arrest again?
Huh? I guess no one's filled her in. Well, she has been asleep this entire time. Miss Fey, this is a trial for Dirk Sadmati, and you're here as a witness.
What? Dirk's been arrested? But...
We're not gonna get much out of this testimony then.
That's not exactly the reaction I was expecting.
Miss Fey, you are suspected of playing a part in the murder of Justice Minister Inga.
What?
Someone allegedly forced you to channel Minister to obfuscate the time of his murder. At least, that is what the defense claims.
Wait, what? How could you, Apollo? How did you even reach that conclusion?
Sorry, but it's the only way this whole case makes any sense.
Your understandable anger at the defense's side. Will you testify, Miss Fey?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Understandable anger.
Channeling the Minister. I don't have any idea what's going on, but... I know I didn't channel Minister Inga. I didn't even have the chance to do something like that. Besides, I'd never go quietly along with some criminal's plan. Though, I guess there's some things I'd go quietly along with. That's not good to say in court, just saying.
What the hell?
What's that?
It seems the witness doesn't believe she has ever channeled Justice Minister Inga.
And if her words prove to be true, defense, your entire argument becomes moot. You do understand that, don't you?
Yes, of course. It doesn't seem like Miss Fey is lying. Apollo, Maya's being awfully secretive about something just now. Then I guess I better dig a bit and try to get her to open up to me first.
I mean, even if she didn't channel him in the first place, you could use the chance and make her channel him now. You just say, you know, she's here anyway. I don't have any idea what's going on, but...
Hold it! You've been asleep ever since you were rescued from the tomb, correct?
I was exhausted after being held captive for so long.
That must have been terrible. My Minister Inga didn't do anything to you, did he?
Oh no, it wasn't like that. On the contrary, I asked him for all sorts of things.
Like what?
Like, I'm really craving burgers, and I'll die if I miss an episode of The Punisher. I feel like a brat netted me a TV and even a few burgers from someplace. He was surprisingly nice to me.
Huh?
Real?
Are you sure we're talking about the same guy here?
Did he think she was Rafa?
Maybe. He may have loomed large, but he has unexpectedly easy. No. He may have loomed large, but he was unexpectedly easy to push around. Funny of you to say that, of all people.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's the one who was responsible for pushing those execution papers, though? Oh, that. Approving executions was simply his preferred method of stress relief. Really?
Oh, the wife like her, he was probably really pushing them through out of fear. I am beginning to see why he wanted to stage a coup.
In any case, my time in captivity wasn't so bad, but of all the things that happened, I know I didn't channel Minister Inga.
Hold it! What we know about Inga wrong, too? Ugh.
Are you sure about that? Maybe you just don't remember channeling him.
Don't remember? I may be 28, but I'm not senile, you know.
Something's not right here. Miss Faye, you were confined to Amara's tomb the whole time, is that correct?
Yes, but I wasn't conscious the whole time.
Okay, then let me ask you something. Did you ever see Nana in the tomb? Dressed as Dirk?
Huh? Is this some kind of joke? I think I remember if I saw something as crazy as that.
Plus, I doubt anyone would carry out a crime like that right in front of a potential witness. I hate it when he's right.
He is Mr. Right, after all. I didn't even have the chance to do something like that.
You didn't have a chance to channel him? What is channeling? What does channeling someone take a long time?
Not really. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty much instantaneous. But I was all tied up, literally. So there was no way for me to make the channeling module with my hands to do it.
Right. I guess she really didn't channel Inga then. When mediums are done with a session, they can send the spirit back to the other realm, the world themselves, right?
Sure, unless they're still in training. Excuse me. Amateurs can get possessed by spirits sometimes. But full-fledged mediums can stay in total control of the session. And they can send the diseased spirit away anytime they want.
So I take it you can do that too, Miss Faye.
Of course. It's a cinch for the new and improved Mystic Maya Faye. A spirit made me. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. I stumbled back and forth between English and Bulgarian for the pronunciation of that.
Okay.
Because in Bulgarian the word medium would be pronounced medium, so I stumbled back and forth between that for a second.
It's surprisingly close.
Yeah, we do have a lot of close words like that. It's a cinch for the new and improved Mystic Maya Faye, a spirit medium.
That's strange. You seem like the same old childish Maya to me.
I'll show you, childish Nick.
Yeah. Show 'em by puffing your cheeks like you used to do.
Besides, I'd never go quietly along with some criminal's plan.
Hold it!
So you wouldn't channel spirits for unseemly purposes?
Of course not. Spirit channeling is my bread and butter. And I take a lot of pride in my work. It's like, would you use your legal skills to commit a crime, Apollo?
Well, until finger pointing and objective become deadly, I don't see how they can be used.
Oh, wow, you're a regular Mr. Smarty Pants, just like Nick. Oh, is the raid with some sarcastic comeback?
I think I'll save my many objections for after the trial. Yes, please.
Anyway, I'd never go along with something like murder. Though I guess there are some things that go quietly along with.
Hold it!
It sounds to me like you're trying to hide something, Miss Faye.
Didn't anyone teach you about respecting boundaries, Apollo?
Not in a court of law.
What the hell are boundaries?
It's really rude to pry into a person's private affairs.
Sorry, I didn't realize. Wait, we're in a court of law.
Yeah, I know.
What was that about me being rude? I'm just doing my job.
He realizes.
He didn't say that last time when Garan was threatening him.
So please, just tell me. What exactly are you hiding?
Sorry, but I promised Dirk I wouldn't say.
You made a promise to Dirk?
Mm-hmm. A pretty big one.
I think it's about all you're gonna get out of her. Yeah.
Enough! The witness is denying that she channeled any spirits. Further questioning is pointless. It appears your little fiction has been soundly exposed for what it is. You should listen to her, Apollo. I don't even know why you suspected me in the first place. I didn't suspect you in the first place.
We didn't.
I mean, you don't have any evidence of me channeling Minister Inga, do you?
Oh,
Why is she wording it like that?
Evidence, huh?
There's no point in even thinking about it, really. I don't use anything special to channel spirits, so there won't be anything left behind.
That's true. Just like when she channeled the High Priest, all Maya needed is her own body.
If the defense has no evidence to offer, we'll have to end this cross-examination.
What now? Even if she doesn't use any special items through the channeling itself, you'd think there'd be something to complete the deception. His outfit.
There's no proof that Justice Minister Ingo was channeled.
You
bet
bet
there
there is.
Mhm.
You bet there is. Darling?
Oh, we skipped my line.
Mhm.
Didn't notice. Really?
Well, though. You're bluffing, I take it.
He was just as shocked as Maya.
I'll be fine. If we're right, then there must be some proof to back us up. The burnt pendant thingy, the amulet. This was part of his outfit. She burned it.
Yep.
Mmm.
Time to do some serious thinking, Apollo Justice. Okay, we know that when Rafa saw her father, he wasn't dressed like Miss Faye, right? Right, because if he was, Rafa would have immediately known he was being channeled. So that means... he was dressed in his usual suit when Rafa saw him. Aha, good thinking, Apollo. That might be the perfect angle to attack from.
Alright, let's have this answer from the defense. What proof do you have that Miss Faye channeled Justice Minister Inga?
Take that!
Is that a gemstone?
We found this among the ashes of one of the tomb's incense burners. Does this gemstone ring any bells, Your Eminence?
What? What was that doing in the tomb?
Ah, so you did recognize it. But then as his wife, how could you not recognize this gemstone button from your husband's jacket?
Huh? I don't get where you're going with this.
Channeling Mr. Inga alone wouldn't be enough to fool someone like Princess Rafa. Especially if you were wearing your clothes. So you would have had to change into the minister's clothes before channeling him.
Ah,
Miss Faye, you used the minister's clothes as cover while going from his room to the tomb, where you burned them when you no longer needed them.
what?
Uh-oh. She seems genuinely surprised by that.
Objection!
Miss Faye? Yes? Do you know my husband's name? It was, Inga Kirkuk-Ryan, right? That is correct, in part. But there is more, much more. Inga Karku, how cut this nam biani lag. I'm not gonna read all that. Okay, I'll try.
Bagua Ormo?
Fuck, man. I'm supposed to say that like
That's one hell of a name.
Inga Karku, how cut this nam biani laga ormo pampas danit aregis crying turd.
My god.
That name is a paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
That is his true name.
Could it be any longer?
Due to his
Could have been its own
length,
paragraph.
only a portion of it was ever made public. So, Miss Faye, did you know his true name? No. I mean, how could I? How could I not remember that? Precisely.
Somebody gave it to her.
Yet a medium must know both the face and true name of the one she seeks to channel, which makes you even more suspicious.
Ah!
Right.
So then, Miss Faye couldn't have channeled Minister Inga? What if Nana's a spirit channeler?
That's what I've been saying this whole time. Why would I want to randomly channel some old guy I didn't know? And didn't like thanks to that last trial.
I can't believe this. Apollo, I really don't think Maya's lying. However, your line of reasoning still seems credible to me. I agree, but there's something tripping us up in the details. Maybe we're working off some wrong assumptions again?
Apollo. I was thinking,
Yes?
since I didn't channel Minister Inga, there you go. Is it possible that someone else did? Yep.
That's what we were thinking too.
Someone else? But who else could it have been?
Really? There's only two people, Apollo. Only two people. If it's not the one, it's the other.
I don't think so.
What if there's a third?
I think Nana could channel.
Huh, maybe.
It would be
I
really
don't read my
convenient
thinking
for us
about
if she
that.
could.
I didn't read my last sentence. Or mine. Thank you. I haven't thought that far yet. Such chatter is without merit. Let us move on, shall we?
Nah, because moving on might result in our deaths.
Alright.
Let's go back to then.
I don't care what Gran says. I'm gonna figure this out. If it wasn't Miss Faye and the Queen is an alibi, then... Apollo, forget who is capable of channeling spirits for a second. I should consider the circumstances around the channeling, right? Right. We know Rafa saw her father come running out of his private quarters. If he was being channeled at the time, who could it have been? It had to have been someone who was in Inga's private quarters.
Well, I'm waiting, defense. And you know how much I despise waiting.
Yes, but there's someone else besides Miss Faye who could have channeled Minister Inga. There's just one more person. And they were in Inga's private quarters. That person's our only hope now.
So the defense believes there was another. Let us have your very serious answer then.
Damn, look at the penalty.
Yeah,
With pleasure.
a lot riding on it, I guess.
Fond devil! Who could have channeled Minister Inga?
I remember in the old games you couldn't save at this point. Whenever they prompted you, you had to save before these things happened.
Take that!
Nana.
I'm sure evidence said it yourself.
That's right. Nana never did go into the tomb that day. Instead, she entered my husband's private quarters.
How do you know?
It's quite simple.
We're using the footprints she presented against her now. Awesome.
Shoe prints were discovered in Inga's private quarters. Shoe prints that belonged to Nana.
And then there's her benevolence statement. She said that Nana disappeared right after she entered Mr. Inga's private quarters. The room from which Mr. Inga himself came running out of not long afterwards.
You are not seriously suggesting.
It's the only thing that makes sense. Nana channeled Mr. Inga and left his private quarters thereafter. That's why no one has seen her since. And why only the minister's shoe prints were found outside his residence.
No way!
That's gotta be it. Nana must have somehow channeled the minister. Rabble, 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 rabble. All of the circumstantial evidence has fallen into place. You can't ignore it anymore. You can't claim Nana isn't connected to this case somehow. In light of this, the defense calls Nana to the stand. Well, Your Eminence?
Very well then. Let's call Nana to testify.
Yes! Now we can finally crack this case wide open. Let us adjourn while the witness is summoned.
There is no need. Nana is in the waiting lobby.
Wait, she is? What? Nana's here? I thought she'd gone missing.
I thought she did. It seems she was feeling unwell and simply wished to rest undisturbed. But her concern for Rafa brought her here today.
Bullshit.
She took time off without Rafa's knowledge or consent? I'm betting there's more to her than... I'm betting there's more to her disappearing act than meets the eye, Apollo.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to voice her now as well? God damn it.
Miss Data, do you understand why you've been summoned here today?
I have no idea how to make her sound.
She's never had a voice before.
Exactly.
All that hair fits in that hat?
I mean, you don't have to make her voice. Like, Prinny or I could do it. You're already doing, like, 3 different voices in this case right now.
So who can sound like an old lady better? Go on, amuse me so I can choose.
Yeah, it's a very Garan way of putting it there.
Yes, of course.
Okay, Shay.
That was mine. my attempt.
Yeah. I mean, I'm already doing 3 characters in this case, too. I'm doing the Judge, Apollo, and Phoenix.
I just want to hear how you're gonna go about this.
Yes, of course.
I think Shay's version better, but yeah, Brainy, you're almost voicing no one here, so.
Yeah, I did like his better too. Oh well.
Her Eminence has informed me that this man here suspects I have committed a crime.
So this is Nina. That's quite a hairdo.
Yeah, I will say.
That was nice.
I suppose I'm not as old as I had thought. If this horn-headed nincompoop would take me for a criminal.
That's where Rafa learned that word.
Mm-hmm.
Nincompoop.
She talks like an old lady, that's why.
Isn't that Rafa's favorite insult? I guess Nina rubbed off on her with all the time they spend together.
You there, young hornhead?
Yes?
You're accusing me of slaying Minister Inga and channeling his spirit, yes? What an active imagination you have. Young folk are so wonderfully open-minded.
Thanks. Just take the compliment, Justice.
I don't think it was a compliment.
Now then, will the witness please proceed with her testimony? This court wishes to know if you did or did not channel Minister Inga in his private quarters.
I wonder if she's even really as old as she seems.
Maybe
10
for
minutes
the
left.
time.
And this is a good place to stop.
That is a good point.
Fair. I am starving either way, so I would call for a pause as well.
What if this is just Amara in disguise?
Huh.
Oh, wait. I think you're cooking.
It could be
The only thing that makes sense is that
don't
she can
know
spirit
where she
channel. The only
is.
people who can spirit channel are people with royal blood.
Yeah, and Amara does have the same color of hair. Just saying.
You're right, she does.
And she had really, really long hair that could be made into that ridiculous fucking bun she's
Yep.
got going on there.
Yep. So you're making a very good point. Yeah. That's possible.
I legitimately don't remember. I'm just suspecting that from what we've seen so far.
It makes a lot of sense.
It's a good theory.
But yeah, this is a good stopping point. Desi wants to get some food, so maybe we'll just call it here rather than getting into it, because otherwise we're gonna go over 4 o'clock if we have to do it. Besides an ad break starting in a couple of minutes, so that's gonna put us even further past 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems we're
So
finally getting
sometimes
to the
we go
broken
over
point.
to make it work, and sometimes we're gonna go under to make it work as well.
Yeah.
It's not like you're getting cheated here, y'all.
Yeah, we'll pick this up next week.
Yep. We're gonna have lots of fun next time. You're not gonna want to miss it.
Don't we always?
But no, but we're getting closer to the finale of this game.
Yeah.
We
We're
very,
close.
very much are.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like we're just about there. Like, unless there's another reveal happening, you know.
I mean, does Amara have a this channeling stone thingy as well on the portraits we've seen of her?
We can check the court
Or-
record real quick.
What was it
Compare her
called?
face to Amara. A little red diamond in her forehead.
We don't have a picture of her in
The
the note
locket.
writer.
The
Oh,
locket.
yeah. I forgot about the locket.
Oh, red diamond.
I
Green eyes?
can't see it here. Well,
Well, that
I
could
was
be
thinking of the
context,
one
though.
of the
Could
photo
be.
of the baby where she's holding the baby. That's what I wanted to see.
Okay, yeah, that one too.
Okay, so she doesn't have it, at least not here. Okay. I wanted to make sure.
Hair color's right, though.
Mm-hmm.
Just about, yeah.
A lot of people have that diamond on their forehead, though, so that's not really proof of anything, because, I mean,
Hmm.
he's got that diamond. He's got a dot.
And a diamond.
She's got the
He's
diamond.
wearing one.
She probably has the diamond. You can't see her forehead. He's got a
Right.
diamond.
Inga does not.
Inga did not know.
Interesting.
And he's wearing a diamond, but on his
That's what I said.
skin, there's just a dot.
Yeah.
But yeah. Either way, we don't want to get too far into it because we are, yeah. We don't want to have to go way over. Desi needs food.
My stomach is starting to grumble. That's how bad it is.
So the question is, who do we raid?
Very rarely. Who are we raiding? That is a good question.
Let's see.
Ugh.
I don't think we rated this guy. 666 Heretic. Like ever.
I don't think. I don't remember. Honestly.
Pretty sure we haven't, and he's playing Phasmophobia.
Phasmotopia.
Which is generally an amusing game to watch. Let's go ahead and send the raid over to him. We will be back tomorrow night for what's our last played game? Let's see. Persona 3. So yeah.
Or Persona.
Persona 3 tomorrow, so be sure to tune in for that. We'll be continuing that game. We're getting relatively close to the end of the main game, I think, but we still got a ways to go, and then plus we have the Project Aegis DLC afterwards. Either way. Huh?
You mean for Persona?
Yeah, Persona 3, Project Aegis.
Oh, okay.
Sega sent me the key for both the main game and the DLC, so.
That was nice of Sega.
I appreciate it. Anyway, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll definitely be picking this up again, hopefully relatively soon. Sooner the better. I want to get through this case already to find out if that theory comes true.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, much love, y'all. Have an absolutely amazing rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye, dudes.